Destination, brother and sister, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. All praise may be to Allah who sent His messenger with guidance and right legends to win His religion over all assistant religions. It is enough that Allah bear witness and companion with His saying His assistant and acknowledging His unity. Salawat and salam to our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, who has brought us from the darkness into the lightness. I stand here before you to discuss a very important and relevant actualizing natural conversations among the younger generations. However, before I start my speech, I want to deliver to you some story that we must reflecting upon. In a couple of years ago, the interior of Borneo Islands, an orangutan cub was found clutching the dead body of its mother. The forest where the life had been destroyed by government and burned it for land clearing. The orangutan was starving and disoriented. His home, he called life, had been destroyed. Shortly after, the junior high school from a nearby village wrote a letter on via social media. In his letter said, "I don't want to grow up in a place that have all the trees, animals, and fishes." We see, the forests were originally green and fresh, but now had been destroyed by government projects. The animal were alive quickly and peacefully, but now had been sacrificed or died. Once again, before I start my speech, I want to ask you some things. Where our concern is actually? My friends, let's step into more beautiful features without sacrifice animal or forest. Ladies and gentlemen, warm I respected and I love it because of Allah. Nature is an invaluable gift from God. It provides us fresh air to breathe, clean water to drink, and incredible biodiversity. However, we are surely facing a major challenges, which is increasingly alarming degradations. As the younger generations will play a weaker role. Why shall we? Why shall someone else do this work? Are we still a teenager that enjoying our teenagers? Of course not. We, as the younger generations, will inherit this earth, and we have a potential, energy, and enthusiasm to bring about a significant change. First, let's talk about environmental awareness. Environmental awareness is a very important initial steps. Many of us may not fully realize of our daily actions, such as small things like reducing plastic use, recycling waste, and saving energy. These small steps, when we done collectively, can have a significant impact. Second, utilizing technology to support natural conversations. As we know, in this digital era, technology plays a very big role. We can use social media for environmental campaigns, and we can use apps to reduce our carbon footprints, and we can also support environmentally friendly technological innovations. By doing that, we not only be a consumer of technology, but also be a pioneers at utilizing technology for a good purpose. Third, the obligations of protecting forests. More than just awareness and technology apart, we must also understand that protecting forests are not an option. It's our obligations. Forests are no empty land waiting to be cut down. Forests are living the ecosystem home of a million creatures and the lungs of our world. We as the younger generation, especially for the younger generation, it is a moral responsibility to protect and preserve forests from destructions. We must firmly reject any illegal logging, uncontrolled deforestation, and destructive land clearing in the name of development. We must have the courage to tell them cutting the forest carelessly is not development, it's destructions. Turning greens into grey is not progress, it's transitions. Because as we know, forests provide us fresh air to breathe and maintain the balance of nature. Okay. If forests were damaged, we will also feel the dangerous impacts. Ladies and gentlemen, one I respect and I love because of Allah, imagine when our children or grandchildren will ask us, Father or Grandpa, what did you do when the forests were destroyed? When the river began to become a polluted and littered with trash? When animals began to become extinct one by one? And at that time, I hope we answered proudly. We stood, we spoke up, and we took action. Because in reality, the fight of nature isn't just about protecting forests or animals. It's about protecting our life, protecting our right to breathe a fresh air, our right to drink a clean water, our right to live in a healthy world. Don't wait until it's too late. Let's be the Gracians. Let's remember for each current to just care, speak up, and take actions. Because when we're saving nature, we're not only saving our planet, we're also saving ourselves. My friends, before I end my speech, I want to deliver to you some quote for a famous figure, Thich Nhat Hanh. Please reflect what he said. The true challenge will found when we fall in love with our planet. Guys, if Allah wills, our paths will cross one more in the great stage of semi-final Al-Bayan. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.